At 2 a.m. my phone rang. A stranger whispered, "Your father is alive, but don't tell anyone." I didn't answer at first. I just stared at my screen, feeling that strange heaviness in my chest again, the one that had taken permanent residence since the day my father died. Or, since I was told he died. 3 years of grief had shaped me into someone who didn't sleep much, didn't laugh much, didn't feel much. But that night, when the phone vibrated in my hand, something inside me woke up. Call it intuition. Call it madness. Call it hope. When I finally answered, the voice on the other end made my skin crawl. It was shaky, rushed, like someone hiding while speaking. "Ethan, listen carefully," he whispered. "Your father is alive." I almost dropped the phone. A sick twist of anger and fear hit my stomach. "This isn't funny," I said. "I don't have time," the stranger hissed. "They tried to kill him, he escaped, and now they're coming again. You must find him before they do." The call ended. Just like that. No explanation. No name. No second chance to ask questions. I stared at the dead screen, breath unsteady. For 3 years I had forced myself to accept the reality of the fire, the charred house, the police report, the remains they found. But deep down, something had always felt wrong. It was the kind of doubt that eats you slowly. And now, this call ripped it open. Without thinking, I grabbed my keys and drove straight to our old house, the one destroyed in the fire. The skeleton of it still stood at Pine Ridge, a dark monument of everything I lost. The police had sealed it off long ago, but caution tape couldn't stop me. I stepped inside, heart pounding as the smell of burnt wood wrapped around me like a ghost. Dust swirled in the moonlight. Then I saw it. A white piece of paper on the dining table, the one thing in the house that hadn't burned. My throat tightened as I picked it up. "Ethan, don't trust anyone, especially not them. I'm watching. Dad." My knees nearly buckled. It was his handwriting. Not similar. Not fake. His. Before I could breathe, a floorboard creaked behind me. I spun around, nothing. Another creak, my heart raced. "Ethan," a soft whisper echoed. A shadow moved at the end of the hall. I ran toward it, but by the time I reached the corner, whoever it was had vanished. Only one thing lay on the floor. A silver pen. My father's pen. The one he never left home without. That's when I knew this wasn't a hallucination. It wasn't grief. It was real. I rushed outside and froze. A black SUV sat across the street. No headlights, no sound, just watching. I got in my car, pretending I hadn't noticed. As I pulled out, the SUV followed. Not close, just enough to make my skin crawl. I dialed the stranger's number. This time he answered instantly. "Why did you go there?" he yelled. "How do you know where I am?" I demanded. "Because they're tracking the house. If they saw you, they know you're looking." "Who are they?" I asked. He lowered his voice, terrified. "Run, hide, and whatever happens, do not trust the police. Do not trust your mother. Do not trust anyone." The call disconnected. My mother. Why would he say that? I drove home with my heart pounding in my throat. When I entered the living room, my mother stood up from the couch. Her face went pale. You went to the house," she whispered. A chill ran down my spine. "How do you know?" I asked. "Because they called me." I stared at her. "Who?" She didn't answer. Instead, she walked to her room, opened a safe, and pulled out a metal box. Her hands trembled as she placed it before me. "I never wanted you involved," she whispered. Inside the box were photographs, dozens. My father, but not the father I knew. Different clothes, different countries, different identities. "What is this?" I asked. Her voice cracked. "Your father wasn't an accountant. He worked undercover for the government. Dangerous work, very dangerous." I felt like the world had crashed down on me. The night of the fire, she continued, tears filling her eyes, they came for him. He made me promise to tell the world he died, even you, so you would be safe. Mom, you lied to me for 3 years. I did it to save you, she cried. If they learn you know anything, they'll kill you. I couldn't breathe. Everything in my life had been built on lies. I left the house, mind racing, and found a new note on the driver's seat. Don't trust your mother. Meet me at Miller's Bridge at 4 a.m. Come alone. Dad. My heart nearly burst. He was alive. This was real. I reached the bridge before sunrise. Fog rolled over the river like a thick, living thing. I waited, breath clouding in the cold air. Then footsteps echoed. I turned and saw him. My father. Alive. Older, thinner, bruised, but alive. He hesitated for a moment before pulling me into his arms. I held on like I would die if I let go. I'm sorry, he whispered. I'm so sorry. When we stepped back, he scanned the area nervously. We don't have much time. Dad, what's happening? He opened his coat and handed me a small flash drive. This contains everything. Evidence that can destroy the people hunting me. If they catch me, they'll kill me. But if you expose this, you can finish what I started. I don't want this, I said, shaking. I want you. His eyes softened with pain. They will never stop. You must protect yourself. Before I could say anything more, headlights appeared. Black SUVs, 3 of them. Run, Ethan, he yelled. But I didn't want to leave him. I grabbed his arm. Come with me. He touched my face, voice breaking. I love you, son, don't watch. Gunshots exploded. He pushed me off the bridge's walkway. I fell beneath the structure, hiding between pillars as bullets sliced the air. I watched as they surrounded him, dragged him to his knees. A man in a suit stepped forward, cold and confident. It's over, he said. But my father only smiled, because he had already given me the evidence. The man raised a gun. No, I screamed. A single shot. My father collapsed. I stayed hidden long after they left, shaking uncontrollably. The flash drive burned in my pocket. He died to give me the truth. A week later, I leaked the contents anonymously to every major news outlet. Corruption, murder, secret operation, illegal cover-ups. It shook the nation. People protested. Investigations opened. Arrests followed. They tried to deny everything, but it was too late. My father didn't die in vain. At night, I go back to Miller's Bridge. I sit there with the fog curling around me and listen to the river move below. And sometimes, just sometimes, I feel a warm presence beside me, and I swear I hear him whisper, I'm watching, Ethan, I always will.